Hauptbahnhof, Wörgl Hauptbahnhof and Salzburg Hauptbahnhof is arriving at platform 3A to C. The first class and the business class are located in section A.
So here we are on the platform in Feldkirch. The train is just arriving and there's boys. We will head to, so we're going to Salzburg. Rainer has a conference for 2 days in Salzburg and then we'll carry on towards Vienna. So there's the boys all ready to go. And we'll see you in Salzburg. So excuse the mess behind me, but we have 2 dogs and 2 adults and 2 suitcases in a very petite hotel room. It's cute. It's a really nice hotel, but the room is very small. What's a feature about, I don't know if you'll be able to see, is the curtains are of the castle Salzburg and the town below. So it's and then we have Mozart on the wall behind the bed. I'm not sure if I want Mozart in bed with us, but there you are. He's here. Very famous son of Salzburg. So the boys and I are just about to head out and do some sightseeing, and we'll take you along with us. Let's go. So, like so many cities, Salzburg also has amazing parks. This one is the Hans Donnenberg Park, and this one even has apple trees and pear trees. The first tree absolutely laden, and a nice view at the beginning of Salzburg Castle. So we're making a little bit of a circuit, and yes, we keep getting beautiful back glimpses of the back of the castle. Made it into the beginning of the town. It's quite pretty. And my boys being very good, they're waiting for me. Okay, let's move on into the center now. So I'm making a quick stop for some maki for lunch before I go further into town. Then we move on a few more streets on. Salzburg is really busy at the moment because it's the time of the Fest. The most famous music festival that they have here every year. So we're just going to come into one of the main squares, and as you can see, it's being advertised on the festival. And we have just the church behind. So this main square with the castle looming over it, down to the horse fountain is where you also have the site of the open air festival, where they put on performances every night. And this has free entrance, first come, first served for the seats. There are dogs everywhere. So this is another square. And the side of the church. I can't actually take you into the front because it's closed off for the seating and the performance tonight. Well, actually, for every night, because the festival runs most of August. Let's follow the white dog and walk across the square. And we're going to head to my favorite part of Salzburg, which is through this way. I love being in this little square. But honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it this crowded. It's just awful. This yellow house is Mozart's birthplace. And as you can see, the building there is dated 1360. It was renovated in 1999. We can walk through this passage to my favorite street. I have a feeling it's going to be just awful out in the main street. Oh my, terrible. I don't think I'll go down here with the dogs. I'd have to come back here without them. It's just not fair. Too many feet. It's just too difficult. So it's much quieter in this passage off of the main street, and this shop here has the most beautiful dresses. Of course, this is national costume, or a take on the national Tracht. And they already have the autumn colors out. Absolutely beautiful. For the men, it's very popular now to wear the Tracht with jeans. Let's see what's up here further. And this is also a take on the national costume, but very elegantly done. I wish I could afford to go in there and buy my Tracht. It's one of the more expensive ones. So boys, we'll go back to the hotel, huh? You're getting hot and bothered. But we're going via the Mozart Square with the famous statue of Mozart. And behind it is the Salzburg Museum. And there again is the church where we'll visit this evening. And we'll go right past the Mozart statue. It's not as crowded back here, which is lovely. You can enjoy the beautiful old buildings a little bit without being quite so stressed for the dogs. In behind me is one place I've never visited. I must while I'm in Salzburg. Is the Salzburger Christmas Museum. I think I'd love to go there and look at old Christmas things over the years. Well, I'm ready to go to the Jedermann show, and my boys have been fed and settled for the evening. I have my appropriate scarf and sunglasses ready to go because it's going to be an outside show, and I'm dressed. It's hard to show you how I'm dressed in such a small room. I can't get a distance away. But okay, I'm dressed in a dandel. I can't, I'm trying to get it into the mirror so you can see in the mirror as well. Okay, there. Okay, so appropriate shoes and in a dandel. And ready to go to enjoy the evening. So I'm in the taxi and we're just about to go over the bridge into the main area of Salzburg to meet up with Rainer to catch the show. And Jedermann has been played almost continuously every year at the Salzburg Festival since its first showing, the first festival in 1920. So it's an absolute tradition. And it's about a rich man. God sends death to visit a rich man to obviously kill him or that he dies, and in his time of need his friends, his family, his money and his lover all abandon him, and it's based on that story. It's a medieval story that was reinvigorated in the 1600s and now is being played regularly here in Salzburg. Each year, a different producer is invited to give his or her interpretation of the Jedermann play, and different actors are engaged and different stagings and costumes are created. You can imagine that after so many years, the audience, many of whom have seen the play multiple times, has become very discerning and can be extremely critical. For instance, last year's play was considered a failure, but thankfully this year's has been given outstanding praise, and I could see why. It was absolutely brilliant. The producer had taken the risk of using a modern setting, including the rich man arriving on stage in a golden convertible, his friends in gorgeous costumes joining him for a garden disco balled dance party, and his wealth was reflected in famous works of art and a depraved drug scene. It had everything, all set to the original wording and prose. It was wow. Friends, thanks for joining us on our small excursion. Hit like and we'll meet again soon.